In this video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly how I grew an email list from 0 to 12,000 email subscribers that generated over $538,000 in revenue in just 2 months. If you follow everything in this video, just literally copy and paste, you will be able to most likely achieve similar results. I'm gonna be covering why most brands fail at list building, list growth strategies, list segmentation essentials, deliverability foundations, literally everything you need to build a successful email list that generates predictable profit. So let's get right into it. This is the screenshot. As you can see, we took a brand from pretty much no email marketing at all. So in March, they've been barely doing anything. We came in at the very end of March. That's why you can see a small revenue bar for this month. But other than that, in the other 2 months, we made them over $530,000 in revenue just by building their email list pretty much from scratch. And it wasn't a huge email list. It was 12,000 email subscribers. So again, I'm gonna show you how to do all of that in this video. So now let's start with the 3 main pillars that you absolutely need to nail down when it comes to building your email list. You'll be able to get high quality email subscribers that will turn into paying customers that are gonna have very high lifetime value, because they're not only gonna buy once, they're gonna keep buying over and over again. And all of that starts with how you acquire those people onto your email list. So the 3 pillars are gonna be offer, relevancy, and then engagement. When it comes to an offer, it's a simple thing. Like, you can think of it as a trade. So a potential customer is giving you their email address and a way to contact them about your solution every single day forever. I mean, yes, they can unsubscribe, but in reality, you can be emailing them daily because this is what they signed up to, right? And usually they won't do it for free. I mean, times of people giving over their email address just to hear about your news are long gone, unless you're running a brand that is heavily based on the product drops. Then yes, like this is an offer in itself as well. But other than that, you need to give those people something in exchange, something of value, and usually this offer has to be genuinely useful and worth it, because otherwise people are gonna ignore it or you will attract bad people. So all of this starts with the offer and what is your lead magnet in terms of like how do you attract those prospects onto your email list. Then we have relevancy. So your offer, messaging, and trigger all have to be relevant. If you're sending traffic to a landing page with opt-in for a lead magnet, for example, it doesn't make any sense to have an extra pop-up promoting something else or maybe even the same thing. Right? It just doesn't make sense. So keep everything congruent, short, and to the point. The overall process should be that someone is able to know what you're selling or what your offer is after reading 1 sentence. Like, that's pretty much it. That should be enough for them to understand the offer and already know, like, okay, if they're giving this thing for my email address, then it's worth it for me, right? Because it's not free, even though they're not paying you anything. They're paying you their data, which is probably more to some people than the money itself, right? So you need to keep this in mind. And then lastly, engagement, because this is where the quality of the list can be significantly improved. Getting someone to opt in is one thing, but then getting them to be an engaged and active subscriber is another. But this is what makes you money. So like I said before, getting people onto your email list is one thing, but engaging with them and converting them is actually how you grow your business. And this is exactly what we've done for this brand. Because yeah, we can keep acquiring subscribers and keep growing the list, so it's hundreds of thousands of people, but if they are not buying, then what's the point of doing all of this? Like, ultimately we want them to convert. So this is the third pillar, which I'm gonna show you also how to engage those people with the proper segmentation and deliverability to make sure they're actually getting emails from you, and that in the end they just end up buying from you, which again is what actually grows your business. Now let's talk about some of the key list growth strategies. So in general, there is dozens of ways that you can build an email list, but these are the most efficient ones, and honestly just try one of them and you're gonna do very well. In some cases you can actually use all of them if you will. The first one is using embedded force on your current website. So whenever you scroll to the very bottom of pretty much any website, you will see an option to sign up for an email list. Most brands though are making a big mistake because they're having like poor copy, like they just put it this way, very poor copy, no offer at all. It's just gonna be, hey, sign up for my email list, or like join our email list, or join our club, and that doesn't really give the user anything. Like, anyone can do this, anyone can have an offer like this, but instead if you would put the same exact offer you're running for your pop-up, that in itself would already help you convert more people. So this is a very small tip for you. If you're running or using embedded forms on your current website and you're having them at the very bottom of the page, instead of having a general language like join our email list or join our club to get notified about new arrivals, put your offer. So like, sign up to get 10% off, or get 10% off instantly, or maybe join to get free shipping, whatever that might be. put your offer in the embedded sign-up form, and you will just convert way more people into email subscribers by doing it. Another thing is your checkout. So if you're based in the US, for example, and you're using Shopify, you can pre-select an option where people are already selected to opt in into your marketing. This is a very low-hanging fruit and a simple way just to get more people to opt in and build your email list faster. Another way of actively growing the pop-up, where actually you have something that is running through a lot of traffic, is gonna be your pop-up. So this is honestly the best way to build your email list if you're an e-com brand. Pop-ups are crushing it. Some of our clients are converting like 30% of their traffic. Initially we started with their pop-up converting at like 8%, but we've been optimizing it over and over and over again, and right now it converts 30% of their total traffic into email subscribers, and 40% of those people are becoming their customers, which is huge. So again, pop-ups are very, very popular, and for a reason, because they just do work super well. Then you can also keep running traffic to lead magnet landing pages. So this is mostly gonna be for info products based businesses, coaches, course sellers, anything like that. Lead magnets are gonna do better than pop-ups, just because running traffic to them makes more sense. So that can be a simple guide, it can be a PDF, any digital product really. Even I myself have multiple lead magnets and digital products and guides that I'm sharing to get, to build my emails essentially. And then offline online events. So this is really good way to build your email list, like whether it's a webinar or an offline event. You can also just gather people interested in the event and build your email list this way. This one's probably not the best way to do it fast, but the quality of those people is super, super high, especially if you do like a very, very sophisticated event, like very high level, where people actually want to join. They're gonna give you more than the email address. You can be collecting you can be collecting data about their company name, their revenue, their position of the company, and so on and so on. So this one gives you really a lot of data points that can be used further on to convert them into paying customers. Now let's talk about lead magnets, because I said it before, and if you want to get someone's email address, you need to give them something in exchange. What you will give is obviously gonna depend on your niche and the website someone visits. This thing that they'll get in exchange is called a lead magnet. Like the name suggests, it's supposed to be attracting people to become your lead, which is joining your email list. Lead magnet can be something as simple as a discount code, digital product, or access to a webinar, event, and a resource really. All of these elements are a very, very good lead magnet. Discount code is usually gonna be the most popular one for e-com brands, whereas the other two are gonna be for other businesses pretty much, which is gonna be any digital product, access to webinar, event, and resource. And whenever you're creating these, you need to remember about the second pillar of building high quality list, which is relevancy. Your offer, in this case lead magnet, has to be very, very relevant. If someone, for example, is going for your blog article that they came from SEO that they're doing for a store, for example, and they're reading about recipes and you're promoting 10% of your electronics, they don't care. They just don't even know that they're selling electronics. They don't care. And they weren't really looking for one. Like they're looking how to, prepare a chicken for a dinner tomorrow. So you shouldn't be really selling them a discount on something that they, first of all, they don't know you exist or like you sell products. Secondly, they don't know what it is you're selling. And third, they don't know if they need it. So you kind of need to have a different path for those people. And usually if someone is coming to blog articles, you can offer a free PDF. For example, 50 recipes for busy people, right? Like this one is way better than giving them 10% off of something that they don't even want to buy, right? Because 10% of something that you don't want to get is still gonna look to you like 100% because you didn't even intend on thinking about the purchase, so let alone actually discounting it, right? I hope you get the point. Make sure the offer is relevant based on the traffic that you're getting and on the website someone is visiting. Now, if you're wondering how to decide on the offer, it's honestly fairly simple for pretty much any e-com brand. You're mostly gonna get traffic to your product pages, landing pages, advertorials, homepage, bundle pages, and so on. And usually the best way to target those people is through the pop-up with a discount code. This is gonna be, again, best for most e-com brands. For any other business, which is gonna be info, coaches, courses, brick and mortar, really anything B2B as well. But go ahead with digital products with dedicated landing pages where you prepare a landing page, super simple, low friction, header with benefit, what someone will get, maybe one more sentence just to kind of emphasize this, show some of the reviews if you have them, then email input field, and then below this we can also list some of the testimonials or maybe 5 reasons why you need this guide, or like why you need to download it right now, and it will work very, very well. That's honestly a rule of thumb, but again, even for e-com brands, you can be using PDFs, especially for driving lots of traffic through the SEO articles where, maybe you're not promoting products in those articles. So another way to build an email list is through the digital product, through some kind of PDF, and then have a separate welcome flow that slowly introduces the product, and the PDF itself would obviously promoting the product as well. So this is how you can do it and just get better results if you're running lots of traffic through blog articles that are SEO ranked. Now let's talk about list segmentation, because again, you can also build high quality lists by just using more of the segmentation aspects. And after you get people to opt in, this is not the end of your job. Like most people think like, yeah, if I want to build an email list and someone opted in, then I'm done. Like, it's growing. So that's the purpose of the whole list growing thing, right? Well, not really, because you will be growing your email list very, very quickly, but the quality will be suffering. So what you want to do instead is try to make sure that these people stay engaged. So there's even a remote chance they'll ever convert. If there's no chance at all, there is again no point in having those people on your email list, because it's okay. Like if they don't want to buy from you, that's okay, but just either remove them or make them unsubscribe. So we're not overpaying for those profiles, and you have an engaged list of people that are actually opening the emails on a weekly basis or however often you're sending them. So you can improve the quality of your subscribers or your email list by learning more about them, but it won't be using a personalization like hey first name, because anyone knows it can be automated and it's not personalized, but you can do something better instead, and this thing would be zero-party data. So zero-party data is pretty much information about your subscribers that helps you identify the winning angle, their problems, and personalize your content even more. Again, personalization of like hey name is long gone. Like people know it's automated even if you do it. So I mean, you can still be doing it, but that's not really the way you optimize your content, because it honestly won't help you even with the open rates. That doesn't have like a huge impact. So you can try this, but there are better ways to personalize your message and then convert more people. It can be collecting information on who they are buying for. So are you buying for yourself? Are you buying for your kid? Are you buying for a gift? Or maybe you don't even know who are buying for yet, right? Then another thing could be what is your main issue. So you could just list 3 to 5 problems for people to choose from, and then they're gonna let you know. So maybe you're struggling with anxiety, maybe insomnia, maybe you're having bad focus, or maybe you're having random energy spikes, and then you're tired for the rest of the day. You can have multiple problems that your product solves, and then based on that, you can first of all see how many people or how much of the traffic is actually having one specific issue, because maybe it'll turn out that 90% of all visitors are struggling only with one issue, where you have been trying to promote something else instead. That's just gonna show you like, okay, maybe I need to make a pivot and focus only on this one problem. But then you can also personalize your welcome flow with the right content, and if someone selects, even not the popular reason or problem they are struggling with, you can still have a personalized welcome flow that talks specifically about this problem, and then again you will be more relevant, so people will stay more engaged, and ultimately you will convert more people. In the case of this case study, we're collecting data on the customer profile, so we wanted to know if someone is a B2B or a B2C customer. Obviously, we're not asking like, hey, are you B2B or B2C, because we want to optimize it. No, we're asking like, hey, are you a professional or are you a person that's doing it yourself? So this is like, again, like maybe not the tricky way to ask a question, but I would say even it's a smart way to do it, because you're asking like, hey, are you doing a project for yourself? Like, are you a DIY or who's like an hobbyist essentially? Or are you a professional doing it for others? And then people are just gonna select, because we're not asking them straight up, they're B2B, that would be kind of awkward, but we're doing it in a different way that still gives us the information that we need, and it helps us personalize the content even further. You can be also asking about the product interest. So maybe they're interested in buying supplements from you, maybe they only want gummies for whatever reason, maybe they want powder, or maybe they want something else. This is the way to optimize this and personalize a bit more. For example, you can also collect data on the room size. If you're selling air purifiers, then it would be helpful to know which one they should be using for their specific room. You can also make some kind of recommendation based on the answer they give you, and so on and so on. There's going to be hundreds of examples down of data that you can collect. So just make sure that you select the one that is going to be most relevant for you, for your business, but also for customers, because if you're gonna collect it but never use it and never personalize the content, then you're really just collecting it for nothing. And all these zero-party data does is it gives you more data on who's your main target audience, and it also allows you to personalize the content through being more relevant. And again, this is the actual real optimization that you should be doing in 2025 and beyond, not some random hey name, but content personalization at scale pretty much based on what you're collecting for your pop-up. So from the first stage of whenever someone joins the email list. Now let's talk about deliverability, because another big part of keeping those email subscribers engaged and high quality is your ability to deliver the emails, which is going to be called deliverability. And this is going to be super important, because if someone joins your email list and all they get is your emails in the spam folder, they will never buy from you. They will not open an email from you, they're not gonna click it, they're not gonna convert, because they won't be able to see them. That's why deliverability is so important, because if nobody sees your emails, you can have the best copy, the best designs, nothing is gonna matter, because they're not gonna see the emails. It's like you would turn off leave the ads in draft. So yeah, you have very nice ads, but if they're in draft, nobody's going to see them, so it doesn't matter. Same goes for emails. So this is a very quick technical setup that you need to do right now. The good news is that you need to do it only once, and after you do it once, you're pretty much good to go. You'll just need to warm this setup up and maintain your deliverability by using the tool I'm gonna show you as well. So first thing is gonna be setting up DNS records, SPF, DKYM, DMARC. Then after you do all of that, you're gonna set up custom sending domain. This is regardless of the email software you use. If you're using a good software for sending emails, it will have an option to set up a custom sending domain, and you need one, because if you're using a shared sending domain, there you're pretty much sharing your reputation with other senders. So if someone messes up, you are going to take a hit for them, because they messed up, your business will suffer. That's why you need to have custom sending domain, so you can start building your own domain's reputation, and then if something goes bad, you can go ahead and just fix it, rather than, just pretty much, taking a hit for someone else's mistake. And then lastly, you also want to set up Google Postmaster tools, which is going to be a tool for tracking the performance for Gmail specific inboxes. If you're using, for example, a tool like Klaviyo, it's going to show you spam rate for Gmail 0%, but in reality, it can be way different number, but you wouldn't be able to see it unless you had Google Postmaster tools. So just make sure that you set it up. Again, you need to do it only once, and after you do it, you can be monitoring it on a daily basis. And with all of this set up, you need to then warm your domain up and maintain a clean list. So you want to be excluding bounces, people who mark your email as spam, and so on and so on. With the warm up of the domain, you just want to start by sending to highly engaged prospects, people, for example, who are opening or clicking your emails within the last 7 days, 15 days, 30 days. And then you want to keep on expanding while you're warming up your domain, because you want to be targeting more people as well. Lastly, let's talk about integration with acquisition channels, because usually running paid ads for growing your email list is a very good idea for pretty much all businesses, but not for e-commerce. For e-commerce brands, building your email list should be a byproduct of you running ads. So what you should be doing is you should be running regular ads for conversion optimization, or for conversion event, for a purchase event, trying to convert people right from cold traffic. And then in the process, your pop-up should trigger in the right way, in the right moment, which is usually gonna be exit intent on desktop, or let's say 75% or 50% of your average session time. And then when it triggers, they're gonna be somewhat likely to leave the email address. And this is how you do it for e-com brands. We've had multiple cases where we would run lead gen ads specifically to a landing page to people to opt in, and we would be getting very good cost per opt-in, but those people were not converting. Even though our welcome flow was doing super well for the regular, pop-up or traffic, and it's been optimized for months pretty much, the welcome flow was also not converting as many people as we would like to see, and the revenue per recipient was way lower than cost per lead, which just does not make sense to run this type of ads financially speaking. Like if you want to lose money, you can go ahead, but other than that, don't run lead gen ads for building your email list if you're an e-com brand. If you're any other business, this is the best way to grow it, but if you're an e-com brand, never do it. You should be running ads for conversions, for purchases, and then growing your email list as a byproduct of doing that through embedded sign-up forms and through the pop-ups. For all other businesses, you can definitely go ahead and run lead gen ads. Just don't make them on Facebook leads, because the quality of those people is also gonna be way lower. Make sure that you have a landing page that is sending, getting people from Facebook to the landing page and then to opt in, and make sure to also tell them like, hey, if you opted in, you need to check your email to see if you received the guide from me. This is gonna help you with deliverability. And while running lead gen ads, try to liquidate the ad spend as soon as possible as well, so you can try and be break even on your ad spend, because once you do it, you're gonna be super profitable, and scaling your business is gonna become super easy. So make sure that you do it. Again, for pretty much any business that is not e-com, running lead gen ads makes tons of sense. But if you're an e-com brand, never do them. And that's exactly how I generated $538,000 in extra revenue in just 2 months with email marketing. I hope you got a lot of value from this and learned not only about the best way to build an email list to 12,000 email subscribers, but also the best way to generate consistent revenue regardless of the ad platform changes or how TikTok algorithm changes or Instagram algorithm changes. If you're a brand owner and do you want this exact system set up for you, just hit the first link below. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers!